guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm excited to jump in on a review of a deck that I've had my eye on for quite a while, especially when it was in the works, and that is the Lotería Remedios Oracle, and that is by Xelena Gonzaléz, and the artwork by Jose Sotelo Yamasaki. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lotería. It is something that is kind of a mix of Mexican and indigenous culture, as well as when the Spaniards came over. And so it's a game, that is played in many a Mexican household. My friends and I used to play it, although we didn't have it in my house. My mom had other board games, but I used to play it a lot with my friends. There are many people that also like to use Lotería for divination, and that is exactly what this Lotería Remedios Oracle is all about. It's not just divination, but also divining to help heal oneself, using the medicos, the remedios that are within you. And so there were many that just kind of used the Lotería cards, which look just like this. And on the back of each card, there would just be an interesting saying, reflection, definitely something to get you to think. And I always thought that was fascinating. And then on the back of each Lotería bingo card, there was also something for us to reflect on, sometimes a poem, sometimes questions. And it's definitely a game that is super unique. So not only is it like bingo, using these little pieces of plastic, which kind of resembled the pieces of jade used by the Mayans and the Aztecs, and the pieces of gold. It harkens back to a lot of cultural things. It's not just a game, but it's a whole heritage and culture. And so Xelena Gonzaléz, when she was pairing with Jose Sotelo Yamasaki, she was saying that she wanted to keep the images as close to the original types of Lotería images as possible, because they were a reflection of the culture, but to possibly morph some of them in a way that they would be more respectful in representing particular cultures. And you have this wonderful guidebook inside telling you how this deck came to be, what was the purpose of it, how people could utilize it, just all kinds of different suggestions. There are also card spreads as well. Actually, I feel it's got a lot of different information within here. But then you get into all the different Lotería cards, how you could use them for divination, how you could see it in a different light, and also, how you could apply it to, a remedy, personal remedy in your own life. And oftentimes when curanderas would use Lotería, they would also use herbs, and sometimes, do, an egg cleanse, they might say. So it's definitely, for me, something that is very personal. And so I was like, of course I would get the Lotería Oracle, because it takes me back to my childhood, basically. And so here you have a bit about your author and a little bit about your artist. Okay, so here we have the sun. Let's take a look at the cards. For each of the oracle cards, I have taken a standard tarot size. I believe this is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. And this actually comes from the Earthly Souls and Spirits. But I have a standard tarot size card, so it's a little bit wider and just a smidge taller than your normal size card. I wouldn't say it's too big for shuffling. I just kind of have normal size hands, neither too small nor too big, and I seem to shuffle them just fine. So taking a look into the cardstock, it's got this matty, papery finish to it, and it's not super thick, but it's not the thinnest cardstock ever. So it's probably in the low 300s, upper 200s in cardstock. But what I would like to do is to show the original Lotería image alongside Xelena González's images for her deck. Okay, so I would like to do a little reading with these cards just so you could see how I read with them and so that you can get a little message here at the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. I have truly enjoyed working with this. I also like actually working with it alongside my original Lotería cards. So it's been a lot of fun. It's helped me with different things, you know, I've been journaling about, reflecting on, but also helping me with creating certain remedies that I make with all of my teas. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this card. Pull 3 cards here. Okay, I have El Pino, the pine tree, El Valiente, the valiant, and we have La Luna, the moon. And so this is just a, well, you know, just more of a reiteration that if we ever feel out of balance, a little bit too much in our masculine, a little bit too much in our feminine, that basically going out into the forest, which in itself is balanced, you know, it has a source of water and nourishment. There's also the stoicness of the montañas, the mountains, and the rocas and the árboles, you know, the trees and the rocks, and, you know, helping to keep us grounded while also welcoming in that nourishment, welcoming in that peace and relaxation, and also to remind ourselves that we are the forest, we are nature. So if we ever feel separated from it, all we need to do is either visit it physically, or we could do that in meditation. So thank you so much for joining me in this review, and also thank you to Xelena Gonzaléz and to Jose Sotelo Yamasaki for creating this beautiful deck. And I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.